They'll chop it off. Where's the camera? Right here? This one? Okay. Good. In front of an empty room. This is awesome. So my name is Paul. I'm with Washington National, and we're here today because we have just something special that we're rolling out. We have a new product that we have rolled out nationwide. It was available in Utah as of a couple weeks ago, and it's significant for a couple reasons. One, it's a hospital product, so it's designed to pay for hospital stays and doctor visits and things like that. But the other thing too that's really significant about this is we are offering it as a guarantee issue. Normally there's 8 medical questions you got to answer to qualify for this. With the guarantee issue, we waive all 8 medical questions for the first enrollment that we do. So even if you have medical issues yourself that would disqualify you, or your spouse does, or your kids do, you'll still be able to qualify for this and get in, as long as we do it within the first enrollment. After that, it's closed, and meaning you can still buy it, but you have to answer the medical questions. But to get it as a guarantee issue, we'll have to do it through this first-time enrollment the first time. And so let me just give you a little bit of background on this. I mean, most everybody has some type of deductible or copay that goes along with their health insurance. I mean, that's just normal. That's the world we live in now. Typically, those deductibles can be anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. Sometimes they're even more than that, depending on your health plan. And so a hospitalization becomes a big expense for somebody. The average hospital stay is about $10,700 for somebody. And a plan like this is just going to help you offset those charges by paying cash directly to you. As with all of our products, we always pay you. We never pay the doctor or hospital. We will pay the policyholder, unlike your major medical, who will only pay. Your major medical only pays the doctors and hospitals, right? But this is different in the sense that we pay you cash, and then you decide how you want to use the cash. And so the options are with this is really pretty simple. First off, we have a daily or the hospital confinement. So as soon as you land into a hospital, you can you'll get paid anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 depending on the level you roll at. So So it starts at $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 on the guarantee issue. You can buy as much as $5,000 for the initial hospital confinement, but $4,000 and $5,000 require you to actually answer the medical questions. Also included with this too is a childbirth benefit of $250. There's also a hospital outpatient benefit of $100 a day. There's an emergency room benefit of $100 a day. There's also a pays for a rehabilitation facility at $100 a day too. So all this is just designed to put cash in your pocket if you ever have, go to the hospital. With that, we have a couple additional add-ons that we can do outside of the HSA plan. So we have 2 plans. One is the traditional medical. The second one is the HSA. The HSA plan is very similar to this. It includes everything on this page, plus it pays $100 a day for every day you're in the hospital on top of the lump sum that it pays. This plan, we have the ability to add on some extra benefits here. The wellness and diagnostic rider, which pays $25 a day for any time you go to a doctor office. So any doctor office visit throughout the year, up to 6 times a year for a family or up to 3 times a year for an individual. We pay $25 to help you pay your copays. If you have any types of labs or tests drawn at the doctor, it pays $50 per time that you have that done, every time up to 6 times per year. We also pay for imaging exams too. So anytime you go in and get, like an MRI, an EEG, CT scan, things like that, it pays $100 a day up to 6 times a year. And then there's also other diagnostic exams as well included. Basically anything that has to do with the scope going inside your body to explore, pays $100 a day. So things like colonoscopies and esophagography, whatever they call it, and they stick the scope down your throat and, things like that. Pays $100 a day up to 6 times per year. So that's the other benefits. And then we also have another supplemental benefit rider that we can add on as well. So you can kind of, pick and choose whatever you want. But the supplemental benefits rider has 3 plans, Plan 1, Plan 2, Plan 3. And with that, we have additional daily hospital confinement lump sum. So on top of the regular lump sum that they're going to pay you, it pays either $100, $200, or $300 additional. The daily hospital confinement benefit of either $50, $100, or $150 a day in addition to the lump sum. We also pay even more for an ICU stay at $100, $200, or $300 a day. There is an additional outpatient hospital benefit too. So if you're in do something outpatient, it's $50, $100, or $150 a day. And there's also additional the rehabilitation facility benefit. Also included with this too is a surgical procedure benefit. It's on a schedule of anywhere from $100 to $1,000 that they pay for any type of surgeries that you have. And then there's also an ambulance benefit as well. So if you have an ambulance ride, it pays at $200. If you get airlifted to, it's another $2,000 on top of that too. So altogether, it's just designed to put a lot of money in your pocket if you ever have any type of hospital stay, or if you, go to the doctor frequently for tests, exams, things like that. It's designed to help you supplement that. The best part about this plan, and like all our other plans too, is the return of premium benefit. This is the one thing that really sets us apart in the market, and we've been doing this for years. And so some of you are familiar with this and some of you aren't, but the way this works is really pretty simple. Every 20 years, and again at age 75, we add up everything you paid to us in premiums over the period. We subtract anything that we paid out to you in claims. And if you've never used the product, then you get back every dollar you put into it. When we pay this return of premium benefit, the policy still stays in force at the regular rate. It just keeps on going. It starts a new period over again where we hang on to the money, and you can collect again. If you've had some claims along the way, but it's not as much as you paid us in premiums over the period, we give you back the difference. And then we start a new period over again where we hang on to the money and pay it back again. And if you've had, claims that exceed what you paid us in premiums, and, financially you came out ahead. I mean, the policy did exactly what it was supposed to do, right? It put thousands of dollars in your pocket when you needed it the most. And so this is by far the thing that really sets us apart in the industry and makes us different, is the return of premium benefit. This is available on the traditional plan. It isn't available on the HSA plan, and that's obviously because the HSA plan has to follow the HSA rules. But under the traditional medical plan, we can have the return of premium benefit, which is outstanding. The other thing to keep in mind too is that once you qualify for this, you don't have to re-qualify ever again. As long as you keep the policy in force, it's going to continue to go. And so even if something comes up where you're hospitalized frequently or a lot, even up to 365 days a year, it's going to pay every day you're hospitalized. When you retire or when you move on to another employer, you take the policy with you at the same group rate, so you don't have to re-qualify then either. It just, we switch it from a payroll deduction to a direct pay option. So all of this starts, at about $10 for an individual per paycheck, and can go up from there. Just depend on the options that you select and choose. Base option for a family is going to be closer to maybe $20 a paycheck, in that neighborhood. But the best way to figure out these rates is to basically sit down with one of us, and we'll go through it and we'll show you the options, and we'll select whatever you feel is comfortable for you and your family and fits your needs and also fits your budget as well. So got a couple guys here that can help. Del Kunkel and Paul Stanley both live in the area, and so they're local guys that can be here within 30 minutes if they need to be, and we'll be here for the next couple days too to just help people understand this benefit and meet with you one-on-one. So that's it, unless we got some questions from anybody. Anybody have any questions on this?
So let's say this period passes over and you want to get it down the road. What are some of the questions? What are some of the things that you do ask for to qualify?
Just about everything. So the list is kind of long, especially the first couple questions, because it's going to say, have you ever been diagnosed as having anything like this? Any type of heart issues, or any type of cancer, or any type of pre-cancer or malignancy or anything like that. And it's going to go down the list. And some of the typical things that kick people out on like our heart plans is always diabetes. Height and weight can be an issue too for some people. We can disqualify people for that as well. So, but all those medical questions are waived with the guarantee issue. So we don't answer them, and we don't have to ask them, and it's just not even an issue.
What's this period of time
that we're offering it? Mm-hmm. So we're doing effective dates of August 1st on all these policies. So the payroll deduction won't begin until August. And because we're doing an August 1st effective date, we need to have everything into Washington National no later than July 15th. So we got about a month, basically, to wrap this up and get the message out to everybody. Any other questions? Those are great questions, by the way. Thanks. All right, well, we'll be around then, and looking forward to speaking with you. Thanks.